Good evening. As we did with Dubai, we decided to move the event in Abu Dhabi also by one day to Saturday, so that instead of 30th September, we'll have the event on 1st October. So I will see you in Abu Dhabi on the 1st of October. Those living in Abu Dhabi need not take the pain of traveling to Dubai. We will see you in Abu Dhabi on the 1st of October. Those who want to see me in Abu Dhabi may drop us an email at the address given below or contact us by the WhatsApp number that flashes below. My team will get in touch with you. Thank you. Good evening and welcome back to Be Rich. Today I want to talk about the extraordinary amount of returns that the Saudi funds generated. The Saudi Sovereign Wealth Fund, which has about $620 billion under it, has generated a return of 25%. Al Rumayyan, its managing director, is cock a hoop about it because in the previous 3 years it had delivered only 12% return. So the jump from 12 to 25% has been extraordinary. He has been claiming that these companies have taken targeted bets and therefore his fund has outperformed everybody. This is a kind of a joke because if I had invested in an S&P 500 fund, I would have targeted 27.4% in that period. This is the period before the S&P collapsed. So if I had been a passive investor, I would have made 27.5% and generated more returns than the Saudi fund. The Saudi fund has decided to spread its line thin. What it did is it invested in SoftBank and other major bets on startups. It has also lured companies to invest into Saudi Arabia so that when oil loses its relevance, Saudi is able to still be a major player. In fact, a lot of visas and other conditions have been relaxed in Saudi Arabia as Saudi Arabia starts a slow transition from being a very conservative Islamic state to a more liberal state. In fact, all Gulf countries are slowly moving towards where Dubai is today. Anyway, like Buffett said, what a wise man does first, fools do last. This is what is happening in Saudi Arabia. I thought things would have not got worse had it stopped there. Al Rumayyan could not stop boasting himself. So he said, Ray Dalio, who constantly frets about macroeconomic situation, is a fool and he is like a movie critic, watching and writing about movies rather than actually investing. Should I remind Al Rumayyan that Ray Dalio puts his money where his mouth is, unlike Al Rumayyan, who is investing other people's money. Ray Dalio still happens to be the 90th richest person in the world and runs the world's largest collection of hedge funds with Bridgewater. What Ray Dalio has been saying, a lot of all macroeconomists have been saying, that the world is fraught with danger. The point is that the central bankers have increased the amount of money tremendously. Let us take America, which is the world leader. America has increased its balance sheet from $1 trillion in 2008-9 after the crisis of global financial crisis to something like 10 trillion today. That is, the American money in circulation has gone up nearly 10 times in the last 13 years. Sadly, the American economy has not gone 10 times. This means that there is a lot of cash sloshing around the system, and this cash had to find somewhere to go. This cash found assets to go where it was, and therefore you have had a bull run in all asset classes simultaneously, which was unheard of in the previous years. You had a long bond rally which just broke recently when the Fed realized that inflation was not transitionary and it seemed rather permanent, and therefore interest rates had to go up for it to be crushed. The Fed has now increased interest rates to 3 to 3.25 from where it started at near zero. The 10-year Fed issued Treasury bond is now at 4%, a rate of not imaginable 1 year back. What the Fed is now doing is now tightening the monetary policy on one side, that is not replacing bonds that it is maturing, and at the same time increasing interest rates. This has drained out liquidity in the market and pushed costs higher. This has had a knockdown effect where money is flowing from all emerging markets into the United States at a huge pace. Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Russia all have had major currency crises, and money is leaving these shores and going to America post haste. The Japanese government allowed the yen to devalue up to a point of nearly being lowest in the last 35 years. The euro almost found parity before just moving up and then getting to parity again. The pound is being beaten black and blue as Liz Truss is following a ruinous fiscal policy in England, and it looks like the pound will slip past parity and move to a point where a dollar is worth 70 cents is worth to a dollar. The American strengthening of the dollar is not over yet. As the Fed increases rates more, money will flow from emerging markets and into the safety of dollar, and therefore one can expect dollar to go up. This is what Ray Dalio has been saying for a year. We are now comparing Ray Dalio's stock with a time when liquidity was abundant, monetary policy was very loose, and loose monetary policy in America contributed to rising asset prices. One could have been a passive investor in those period and continued to make money. Al Rumayyan, had he bought the S&P index, would have made more money than all his smart bets, which are now bleeding. In fact, one can expect that their $45 billion investment in the vision fund of Oyosa, of Masa Oshi-san, to completely get wiped out. He is being forced to sell Alibaba, and he is also selling his British chip manufacturing company, ARM Holdings. All this indicates that things are going bad to us in SoftBank. In fact, when the dust is settled and the tide goes out, we will know who is swimming naked. Is it Ray Dalio who is swimming naked, or is it these investment funds which are not accountable to anybody that are swimming naked? Because once the tide goes out, the boys will be separated from men, and only people who understand this market will be able to survive. The S&P 500 officially entered the bear market yesterday, and it's going to be interesting to see what is the performance of the Saudi fund next year. Thank you for watching Be Rich. If you like this content, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will not be notified every time we put out a video. Once again, I thank you for your support for Be Rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.